So now that you understand some of the operators and the idea of a condition, let's look at the if statement. The if statement is one of the types of evaluation tools that we use in our C# applications in order to evaluate these true or false conditions so that we can decide what our application should do in the event of a true evaluation or a false evaluation. So you can see I've created a couple of variables here. So let's look at some examples of if statements and how to use them with our relational and equality operators. So the syntax for an if statement is just the word if, all lowercase, and then our condition goes inside of the parentheses. So in this case, I want to do something if the condition, my number, which is 5, if my variable evaluates to 10, I want to do something if that's true. So if a number is equal to 10, remember we use the double equal sign for equality, and then in this curly brace block here is where I put what is going to happen if that's true. If a number is not 10, this code will not evaluate, and the program will come down and continue the rest of the program evaluation and do any other statements. If I wanted to write this the opposite and use the not equals, I would say if a number is not equal to 10. So if our a number variable is anything but 10, this code will execute. Right? So equal or not equal. Right? We can also use equality with strings, and so you see my string value there. So we can check to see if our value equals a particular string value by putting it inside of the quotes. And so we know their name is Fred. And we can do whatever we want to do. This block can contain as much code as we want it to contain. Likewise, I can create if statements based on those relational operators. So if my number value is greater than 5, this code will execute. Now currently my value is set at 5, so this won't evaluate to true unless I used greater than or equal to 5. So it's kind of getting ourselves in the mindset of that logic. What do I want to have happen with this condition? And the if statement is always used for true evaluations. So in the next video, we'll look at if-else statements, which are used for true and false evaluations. But in the case of an if statement, the code in the block will only execute if the condition contained in the parentheses evaluates to true.